almost at the, so I found a new place and in the process of setting it up. I'm using my AirPods speakers or microphone to do this today, and I'll check it later. If the sound quality is terrible, then it'll get better anyway, because I'm getting all my stuff by Monday. That's 48 hours from now, the latest. I should get all the stuff before then. But yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time here. I just wanna read some Sanskrit. I haven't done that in a while. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Chatutotyayaha Sutta Uvacha Atha Vaishnavachittashu Durishatuvan Bhagati Malaukikim Nijalokam Parityajya Bhagavan Bhagadavata Salahu Panamali Kanashyamaha Itavasa Manoharaha Kanchi Kala Paruchiro Lasanam Kutta Lasanam Mukutta Kunundalaha Tiripigangala Lilata Shit Puripigangala Lita Shicharu Kao Sutu Puripigangalali Tiripingalali Tiripingalalita Shachan Tiripingalalita Shicharu Kao Sutu Peno Tiripingalalita Shicharu Tiripingalalita Shicharu Kao Sutu Tiripingalalita Shicharu Kao Sutu Pena Virajitahu Kotui Manumatama Kotui Manumatala Vanuyo Harichananda Vajay Chitahu Harichananda Najay Chitahu Paramananda Jinam Paramananda Jinamo Maturo Paramananda Jinamo Maturo Paramananda Jinamo Maturo Murali Tarahu Vivesha Siva Bhagatanam Horodaya Nyamalani Cha Vaikunantava Sino Ye Cha Vaishnava Udutava Dayahu Tatukata Shiravana Tamte Kutarupena Samsatitahu Tadai Jaya Jaya Ravo Rasa Pushatira Kaukini Rasa Pushatira Kauki Rasa Pushatira Laukiki Juna Brasu Navarasa Tuishijan Muhuhu Shankara Vopya Put Tatusapa Samsitana Teha Gehat Mabi Samorotihu Turshatovan Jan Tanamaya Vasatan Narado Pagyama Prabit Kikoyam Mahima Muni Shivarahu Sabita Hajani Odia Bilokito Maya Mutu Shatua Ye Pashupakushunotran Savapi Nishipa Patama Pavananti Nato Nuruloke Nanu Nasati Kinchete Chetatasya Shotaya Kalao Paviturama Akao Kapituvam Sakaram Tataiva Kata samanam puhi nasati janyat. Ke Vishutyananti Padanantu Mahyam Sabhuta Hayajinyana Katamayana Kurupa Lubuti Lokahitam Pijarya Rakashitahu Kopi Nabi Namaigahu Kumara Ujuhu Ye Manapahu Papakurutasutu Sabada Sada Tura Jararata Bimai Gagahu Krota Gnidagutahu Kutwila Shija Kaminahu Sabuta Hayajinyana Kalau Hunanantite Satyana Ina Petra Matrutusha Ka Sutrashanadu Petra Matrutusha Ka Sutrashana Kumashaja Shramatama Pajita Petra Matrutusha Ka Sutrashana Kumashaja Shramatama Petra Matrutusha Ka Sutrashana Kumashaja Shramatama Pajita Ye Tamam Pika Matasari Nopi Himsaka Sabuta Hayajinyana Kala Punanantite Panchogarapa Pashichal Chadama Karinahu Panchogarapa Pashichala Chadamupa Panchogarapa Pashichala Chadamwa Panchogarapa Pashichala Chadamapa Panchogarapa Pashichala Chadama Panchogarapa Pashichala Chadama sorry Panchogarapa Pashichala Chadama Panchogarapa Pashichala Chadama Karinahu Gururahu Vishachan Ivan Nildaya Shichan Ye Brahmasava Pushata Vyapijara Karinahu Sabuta Hayajinyana Kalau Punananti Te Kayana Paja Manasapi Patakam Nityam Parakulvananti Shato Hatwana Ye Parasava Pushatua Malina Tura Shayahu Sabuta Hayajinyana Kalau Punananti Te Natrante Kilgayishwama Itihasam Puratanam Yasya Shirabalama Tirana Pahanihu Prajayate Tunga Padra Tatue Pulbama Pute Patetana Pulbama Pute Patetana Mututamamu Yatra Bano Subatameno Satya Satukai Matate Para Satya Satukai Matate Para Atma Vedahu Pure Asitasamina Saiva Veda Bisharadahu Shirautasama Teshu Nishina To Deviti Yang Iva Pansikarahu Hikushuko Pititava Mulan Pititava Mulu Pititava Mulu Pititavamulula, Pititavamululo, Pititavamululoke, 따뜻뿌리양 듣는 소리 스모르다. Sorry, keep getting dramatic. 스바바 기야스타 빈강 니티암 수는다리 구슬로드 파방 수kul로드 파방 Sorry. Lokaban Taratan Gururan Prayasho Bahujari Pika Sorry, keep shouting. Shuran Jan Guru Hakuru Tieshu Guru Pano Kalahapuriyan Evam Vivasato Paramana Tamambatiyo Tamama no Yoho Itahu Kama Sitayora Sanana Sukaya Guruha Dikamu Passejan de Taimahu Samarabuta Sita Piam Sanantana Hetave Kupu Hiranuya Bansam Si Dine Pio Yache Chatasitadan Tanai Tam Taimama Yeno Ta Piam Itam Tata Picham Na Puturo Na Pi Bon Putri Tatashi Chinanta Turo Purushama Ekadan Si Tivijo Duhakan de Guruham Jakatuvan Panam Katahu Matya Hune Purushwito Tasutato Gam Samopeyivan Pituvan Janam Yishanun Nosutu Paraja Duhakena Dashitahu Muhu Dapi Tatraivan Sananya Si Kashachita Gatahu Tereshatavan Pita Janam Tam Tu Vipuro Ya Tasutadanan Bikama Natuvan Jan Dayosutasia Nihashivasana Samsatitahu Purahu Yatiruvan Jan Sorry Katam Rodishui Pipura Tevam Kante Jinantan Paviyasi Padam Tevam Satavaram Mahiyam Sevasya Tuhakasya Karanama Brahmano Uvanchan Kim Prabhimi Roshwe Tuhakam Purvapa Bena Sanchitama Madiya Purvaja Sutoyam Gavashana Mupa Punjate Matitatam Naiva Kuruhananti Puri Diya Devan Divija Dayahu Praja Duhakena Shunyoham Pranam Sutiakatu Miha Gatahu Tiguji Vitam Rajahinam Tiguguraham Cha Prajam Vinay Tigutanam Janapatiasya Tigukulam Sanantatim Vinay Yate Ya Maya Tenuhu Chan Panantia Sabatai Papete Yo Maya Lopito Purukashahu Sopi Vanantiate Vama Shirayate Yate Palam Madhuguraha Yatam Tajaja Shikram Pinashati Nephagyasya Napatyasya Kimato Jivitenate Me Eti Kutuvan San Ruro Dochechai Suta Ruro Dochechai Sutatapan Shavam Tuhakapi Duitahu Tadang Tasya Yatashi Chitete Karuna Pu Dugari Yasi Tadepala Kusharama Nam Cha Pachayama Sa Yogapan Saivan Jinya Tuvan Yatihu Pasicang Divipurayu Pasicang Divipuramu Chen Savisitaram Yatiruvancang Munchang Jinyanam Prajang Rupam Pavishita Kalmano Katihu Vivekam Tu Samasadiya Tiaja Samsara Sanama Shiranu Vipuram Maya Teviya Pranavatam Tu Vilokitama Sabuta Janama Vati Tava Putro Naiva Cha Sanantateha Sagaro Tuhakamaba Panganga Pura Tatana Munchang Dian Kutumamba Sham Sain Sanania Se Saivata Sukama Brahmano Uvajam Vivekana Pavete Kim Me Votram Tehi Paladapi No Jatatiajam Miyaham Pranam Seteva Dagare Chokamu Chitahu Putra di Sukhahi Noyam Sanania Tahu Shushukan Evan I Kurahasatahu Saraso Loke Putra Patra Samanavitahu Iti Vipuranagraham Tereshatavan Prabhurapi Tusa Tapotanahu Chitra Ketugatahu Kashitam Pitilokabima Janat Na Yasi Sukham Putra Diata Daiva Hato Diamahu Hato Hatsuena Yukutosi Hiakinam Kim Padamiyahama Tasya Graham Samalokia Paramekam Sa Tatavana Idam Pagoshoya Padaniya Sivam Tataha Putro Pavishyati Satyam Chaucham Tayam Tanameka Pagatam Tu Pojanama Pashavati Sutayam Karyam Tena Putro Tinimanahu Evam Bhugatevan Yaya Yogi Viprasutu Puruhama Gatahu Patanyahu Ano Halam Tatevan Sevayam Ya Tasutu Kutrachit Tarunui Kutvilan Tasya Sakyagre Cha Ruroha Rurodaha Ahu Jenantana Mamotapanana Palam Jaham Na Pakoshaye Palabakoshwena Gaipahu Siade Kalbenodara Buddha Tinta Siade Gaipe Nodara Siade Gaipe Daro Siade Gaipe Nodara Buddha Tina Siade Gaipe Nodara Buddha Tina Siade Gaipe Nodara Siade Gaipe Nodara Buddha Tina Suvarepa Pakosham Tato Shakate Guru Hakariam Katam Pavate Daivan Dutan Tui Purajade Grame Palayade Kalbinui Katama Shukavanani Basade Kalpasatam Shukavanani Basade Kalpasatam Kukushwehu Katam Butu Surujat Diria Kujedan Gato Kalpasatadan Me Maranam Pavat Parasutam Darunam Tuhakam Sukumari Katam Sahe Manandayam Mayi Sevasavam Nanananda Hamsaratadam Satya Shaucham Dine Satya Shaucha Diniyamu Durara Tiahu Sa Purushate Palane Palane Tuhakam Parasutan Yashicha Patate Panantiya Pan Pitama Pitava Nari Sukhini Jati Me Matihe Evam Kutai Kayogena Tatapalam Naiva Pakushuitama Patiyam Purushatam Palam Pukutam Jati Tayeritama Ekadam Pagini Tasya Sutadaguruham Subachuchaya Gatam Tadaguru Gatitam Saivam Janantaya Mahati Hi Me Tuibala Tena Tuhokena Hianuje Karabanui Kima Sabrabina Mama Kalbosati Tam Tasyami Parasuti Tahu Tambatakanam Sagab Sakai Pena Sakai Peva Gupitan Dishitsu Guruhe Sukama Kitikam Devam Matepate Riachuchan Sante Dansyati Balakama Shanama Siko Muruto Pala Iti Loko Padishuyati Tam Palam Poshayi Nityama Gatya Te Kuruhe Palamaipaya Tenenbai Devam Pari Kushur Tam Tu Samam Pratama Tatatada Jaditam Saivam Tataiva Sutiri Sivapavatahu Ataka Lena Sa Nari Prasuta Palakam Tada Aniya Janako Palam Harasye Tununtulim Tadao Daya Jang Katitam Paltere Prasutahu Sukama Palkahu Lokasya Sukhamute Panama Madeva Prajodayat Sukhamute Panama Madeva Prajodayat Tadao Tanam Tevijati Pyo Jantakama Vitaya Jang Kitava Ditera Kosho Put Tadaduvare Kitava Ditera Kosho Put Tadaduvare Mangalam Bahu Paltura Gure Prapi Duvakiam Sedanyam Nasati Kuche Mama Anya Setanyena Lildugutai Katam Pushipami Palakama Pushinami Palakama Matesevasuchecha Parasutaya Muruto Palus Malasutu Vajate Tama Karya Kuruhe Rakasho Sai Tepam Pushishoti Matina Tatakurutam Saivam Putura Rakushana Hetave Putura Sia Tununtukariti Nama Matura Pratishituitama Turima Se Ligate Janta San Tenuhu Sushubel Pakama Shushubel Bakama Saivanganga Sunundaram Saivanganga Sunundaram Divyam Nilmalam Kanakaparapama Turishatavan Prasanano Vipurasutu Samsikarana Sivayamada Te Matavan Shechariam Janaha Saira Didrukushol Tam Samagata Padyoda Yotuna Jata Atmadavasya Pashyata Tenenban Palahu Parasu Tasutu Tavaru Piti Kautukamo Na Jinyanam Tadugahasiam Tu Kenati Vidiyogatahu Kokanam Tu Sutam Tereshatavan Kokanam Nama Jakarotu Kiate Kandana Tao Jan Tao Karuno Tanaya Bupel Kokanoho Ananduito Jinyani Tunantukari Mahakalahu Sunana Shauchakariya Hino Fulpakushui Grotavaitila Grotavaititahu sorry Tushiparigra Hakaitan Jan Shava Hasatana Pojanano Jaurahu Savajana de Beshui Paraveshima Parati Pakahu La la ba la 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 ya pa la 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 ya pa ba la 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 ya pa kan Srutvan Sadhyahu Kupe Nyapa Tayat Himsakahu Shasupiratari Ja Tinanantanam Parapidakahu Janandoga Pirato Nityam Pasha Hasatahu Shiva Sangangatahu Tena Veshya Kusangangana Piteriam Vititam Tu Na Shitama Akadam Pitaram Taduya Patranui Sivayama Haratu Tatapita Kurapanahu Porochijai Tanahi no Gurudaha Panantiatavam tu Samiti Nam Kuputuro tu Hakata Yakahu Kavan Tishitami Kavan Kajichami Ko Me tu Hakam Pia Pohayatu Pranam Sityajan Pranam Sityajan Tuakena Ha Kashitam Mama Samsukitama Tadani Tu Samagatyana Kokano Jinyana Samyuta Hu Utayama Sa Janakam Vairagyam Paridaichayam Asarahu Kado Santaro Tuakaru Vimuhakaru Sutahu Kasya Tanam Kasya Sunehavanu Valateni Shamu Janandarasya Sukham Kinchinana Sukham Sakaravajinahu. 1 second, guys. I swear somebody was knocking on my door. Okay. Okay, let's hit it again. Let's see if this works. If it works, then I'm okay again. If not, checking. Mic check. Alright, so something had happened to it. Now I'm back. That sucks, man. I waste my time like this, you know. Alright, so starting from the top of 80, Shloka 80. Here we go. Taimam Paba Pajaseva Satatam Tiaja Loka Taimana Savasava Satu Purushana Jahi Kamaturashanama Kamaturashanama Anyasya Doshoguna Jinantamana Tanamashu Doshoguna Jinantanamashu Bukatava Seva Katara Samaho Nitaram Pipa Devama Evam Sritokati Vashatopi Kuroham Pihaya Yato Panam Sitiramatil Gata Shashitvi Vaishohu Sitiramatil Gata Shashitvi Vaishohu Yukuto Hareranu Nidam Hareranu Dinam Paricharyaya Sao Shri Kurushanama Pa Niyatam Dashamasya Pa Tot Iti Shri Padma Puran We Uttara Kanundwe Shri Mad Bhagavata Mahatmye Vipuramukusho Nama Chapter Chotyayaha. Namaste. 81 shlokas long, so it's pretty long to begin with. And then the interruption because I don't have the right resources yet. I'll get there. It's improved a lot better than before, you know. And even if I make mistakes, I'm catching up earlier than before. Okay. Discourse 4. Sutta began again, now perceiving extraordinary devotion in the mind of his devotees. The Lord, who is fond of his devotees, entered the sinners' hearts of his devotees, leaving his own realm. Yet a garland of sylvan flowers was dark brown as a cloud, was clad in yellow, stole the mind of all, was resplendent with a girdle, and was adorned with a brilliant diadem and earrings. He stood in a lovely pose with his body slanting at 3 places, and was decked with the charming Gausatubal. He possessed the grace of millions of cupids and was daubed with heavenly sandal paste, was an embodiment of supreme bliss and consciousness, most charming, and held a flute. The denizens of Vaikuntha, as well as those like Uddhava who are devoted to Lord Vishnu, were present there under disguised character with the object of listening to the story. Then shouts of glory, glory, and blasts of skunks were repeatedly heard. There was an unusual abundance of joy and showers of red powder and flowers. Those present in that assembly forgot their bodies, dwelling their own self. Perceiving the state of their absorption, Narada submitted as follows. Such transcendent virtue emanating from the hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam in a week has been witnessed by me today, of great sages. Even those who are ignorant and wicked, including beasts and birds here, have all become motionless. Therefore, in the Kali age, there is only no other holy act on earth, the reason of mortals, as efficacious in purifying the mind, as well as in wiping out the heaps of sin, as the story of Srimad Bhagavatam. Tell me what types of individuals get thoroughly purified through a 7 days yajna, consisting of an exposition of Srimad Bhagavatam. Keeping in view the good of the world, an altogether novel method has been brought to light by you, compassionate as you are. The Kumara said, those men who constantly perpetrate sinful deeds, who are ever addicted to immoral practices, who take the evil ways, who are consumed by the fire of anger, and who are wicked and full of passion are purified in Kali Yuga through a 7 days yajna. Even those who are devoid of truthfulness, who revile their parents, who are restless through the thirst for pleasures, who do not follow the duties of their ashrama, who are hypocrites, who are jealous, who take delight in destruction of life, become holy through a 7 days yajna in Kali Yuga. Those who commit the 5 great sins, who are engaged in practicing deception and chicanery, who are cruel and merciless like demons, who have grown fat with the money of Brahmanas, who commit adultery, are all purified in Kali Yuga through a 7 days yajna. The fools who are ever obstinately engaged in committing sins by thought, word, and deed, who are parasites, whose mind is impure and whose heart is wicked, they all attain purity through a 7 days yajna. We now relate to you an old historical legend, since are destroyed by merely listening to it. In days gone by, a beautiful town was situated on the bank of the Tungabhadra. All the residents of that town performed the duties of their caste, spoke the truth, and engaged themselves in righteous acts. There lived in that town a Brahmana named Atmadeva, who was well versed in all the Vedas and proficient in performing rites laid down in the Shrutis and the Smrutis. He was glorious like a second son. Though rich, he made his living by alms. His wife, called Tuntuli, was of good parentage and good-looking, but she always ruled over her husband. She indulged in worldly gossip, mostly talked a lot, was cruel and miserly, and expert in household duties, though quarrelsome. So the Brahmana couple lived together affectionately and enjoyed life. They had enough to satisfy their desires and achieve their objects. They had a good house to live in, yet they were not happy. When they became aged, they commenced the righteous deeds with the object of having an issue. They started gifting every day cows, land, gold, and cloth to the needy. In this manner, they spent half their fortune on righteous deeds, yet they did not get a son or even a daughter. This greatly worried the Brahmana. One day, the Brahmana, distressed as he was, left his house for the forest. At midday, he felt thirsty and therefore went up to the bank. The grief born of issuelessness had made him lean and thin. After he had drunk water, he sat down. After one muhurta, a sannyasi too arrived at that very spot. When the Brahmana saw that the sannyasi had quenched his thirst, he went to the sannyasi and after bowing at his feet, stood in front of him sighing. The sannyasi said, "O Brahmana, why do you weep? In what great distress are you? Tell me at once the cause of your grief." The Brahmana submitted, "O sage, what description shall I give you of my sorrow earned through sins I did in my previous lives? When I offer oblations of water to my ancestors, the water becomes lukewarm through their sighs, and they drink that lukewarm water. The God and the Brahmanas do not accept my offerings with pleasure. I am so grieved by the agony of issuelessness that everything appears to be void, and I have come here to end my life. Worthless is life without an issue. Worthless is home without an issue. Worthless is wealth without an issue. Worthless is a race without an issue. The cow I keep turns out to be altogether barren. The tree I plant does not bear any flower or fruit. The fruit that comes to my house soon gets rotten. When I am so unfortunate and issueless, what for should I live?" Saying so, and struck with grief, the Brahmana began to weep bitterly beside him. This greatly moved the heart of the ascetic. He was established in yoga. He saw the lines of the forehead of the Brahmana, and coming to know everything, then spoke to him at length as follows. The sannyasi said, "Give up the infatuation for getting an issue. Most powerful is the course of destiny. Taking recourse to wisdom, give up the craving for mundane existence. Listen to me, O Brahmana. I have looked into your past karma today. For 7 lives you will have absolutely no son at all. In the days of yore, the kings Hagara and Anganga had to suffer. Therefore, give up all hope of having a family. There is all happiness in renunciation." The Brahmana said, "How will Viveka help me? Perforce let me have a son. Otherwise, I will in your presence become unconscious with grief and give up my life. This renunciation, in which there is no pleasure of having a son, etc., is altogether insipid. The only sweet thing in this world is family life, cradled with sons and grandsons." Seeing his insistence of the Brahmana, the sage Vichinascus said, "King Chitraketu suffered in his attempt to undo his destiny. Therefore you cannot be happy with a son because you are like one whose plans are frustrated by destiny. You are so insistent and stand before me seeking end. What should I tell you in these circumstances?
When the sage saw that the Brahmana was still pressing his demand, he gave a fruit to the Brahmana and said, "Let your wife eat this fruit. She will then give birth to a son. For 1 year, your wife must practice truthfulness, cleanliness, and kind-heartedness, give alms, and take meals consisting of one type of cereals once a day. By doing so, she will get a son of exceedingly sinless disposition." Having said so, the yogi departed, and the Brahmana returned to his house. He gave the fruit to his wife and himself went away somewhere. Crooked as she was, his young wife once then said to one of her female friends, "I am greatly worried, and so I will not eat this fruit. By eating the fruit, I will conceive a child and get weak-bellied. I will not be able to take full meals. This will make me weak, and I will not be able to do domestic work. If by chance the dacoits attack the village, how will a pregnant woman be able to run? If, like the celebrated sage Shuka, the fetus lingers in the womb, how will she be able to deliver it? In case the fetus comes out in a slanting position, I may lose my life. Pangs of childbirth are severe. How will a delicate woman like me bear them? When I become feeble, my husband's sister will in that state take away all my possessions. It appears difficult for me to observe the vows of truthfulness, cleanliness, and so on. A woman who has born a child, has to suffer a lot in bringing up the child. In my view, the happy woman is she who is barren or who has lost her husband." Arguing on these fallacious lines, she did not eat the fruit. When her husband asked her if she had taken it, she replied that she had. One day, her sister came to her house of her own accord. She narrated everything to her and said, "I am greatly agitated over this. I am getting weak on account of this worry. Sister, what shall I do?" The sister replied, "I am in the family way. When a child is born to me, I shall give it to you. Till then, you pretend to be ancient and stay in the house comfortably. Give some money to my husband, and he will hand over the child to you. People will say, 'My child died at the age of 6 months,' while I will come to your house daily and suckle the child. In order to test its efficacy, I give you the fruit just now to the cow to eat." As is the nature of women, the Brahmana's wife did precisely as her sister had told her. Now in due course, when a child was born to her sister, the father of the child secretly brought it at once and gave it to Tuntuli. She too informed her husband that a child too had been comfortably born to her. All were happy to learn that a son was born to Atmadeva. The Brahmana performed the ceremony of Jatakarma in connection with the birth of the boy and made gifts to Brahmanas. There was a mixed noise of songs and musical instruments and much festivity at his door. Tuntuli said to her husband as follows: "There is no milk in my breast. Milkless as I am, how shall I be able to nourish the child on other milk? My sister has given birth to a child, but the child died. Calling her, keep her in our house so that she will suckle your babe and nourish it." For the protection of his son, her husband did all that. The mother named that child Tuntukari. 3 months later, the cow also gave birth to a human child. All its limbs were well formed. It was godlike, spotless, and shone like gold. The Brahmana was delighted to see the child, and he himself performed the purificatory rites connected with it. People took it as a wonderful phenomenon, and all came to see the child. They said to themselves, "Look here, fortune has smiled on Abhadeva at the present moment. It is wonderful that even a cow should fetch him such a godlike child." By the dispensation of fate, no one came to know of the secret. Seeing that the ears of the child were like those of a cow, Abhadeva named it Gokana. With the passage of time, the two boys grew to manhood. Gokana was learned and wise, while Tuntukari was very wicked. He never watched himself, nor did he observe cleanliness and other rules of good conduct. He ate undesirable things. His anger knew no bounds. He possessed evil things and even ate food touched by the hands of a dead body. He committed theft and bore ill will to all. He set fire to others' houses. He took children in his arms in order to fondle them. And immediately threw them into a well. He took delight in killing and moved about armed. He oppressed the miserable and the blind. He delighted in the company of members of the lowest caste, and used to wander about, loose in hand, with dogs. Falling in the evil company of prostitutes, he squandered his paternal fortune. One day he cudgeled his parents and himself took away the utensils. When all his property was thus lost, When all his property was thus lost, the miserly father of Tuntukari began to wail at the top of his voice. So the tradition goes, he said. It would have been much better if his mother remained issueless. An evil son is a source of agony. Where should I live? Where should I go? Who will alleviate this distress of mine? Ah, a great calamity has befallen me. This suffering will prove to be the cause of my death. The moment the wise Gokaino arrived there, revealing the glory of this passion, he tried to open his father's eyes. There is no substance in this world. It is full of misery and is a source of great infatuation. Neither son nor wealth belongs to us. A man attached to these has to burn day and night. Happiness neither belongs to Yanandara, nor to a universal monarch. He alone who is disgusted with the pleasures of sense is given to contemplation and lives in seclusion is happy. Give up the silly notion that the Tukari is your son. Through infatuation one is not caused to cast in hell. This body is bound to fall. Renounce everything and retire to the woods. Hearing this admonition of Gokano, his father decided to go to the forest and said, O son, point out in detail what I should do while living in the forest. A fool as I am, bound by ties of affection, I have lain as a cripple in the deceptive while of mundane life due to my kaima. Surely lift me up, O store of a house of compassion. Gokano continued. Seize you to identify yourself with the body consisting of bones, flesh, and blood. Give up forever the feeling of meum with regard to wife, son, and so on. Constantly look upon this world as momentary. Taste the joy of this passion, and be established in devotion to the Lord. Constantly practice the virtue of remaining the Lord. Constantly practice the virtue of remembering the Lord. Abandon all temporary duties. Wait upon saintly persons and give up the thirst for the pleasures of sense, ceasing at once to dwell on the shortcomings and excellences of others. Enjoy you exclusively the delight of serving the Lord and listening to his stories. Renouncing his home in response to his son's advice, Madhava withdrew to the forest. Although he was on the wrong side of 60 at that time, he was a man of firm determination. Engaged day and night in service to Shri Hari, he attained to Shri Krishna by reading Book 10 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Thus ends the fourth discourse entitled The Deliverance of Madhava, forming part of the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam in the Uttarakhanda of the glorious Madhava Purana.
It's really long. I need to take a break. Almost an hour. Alright, taking a break. I'm gonna use my phone for a minute. So, surely it's gonna get out of focus and stuff. I'm still here, I'm taking a break. Yeah, I'm still here. You know what? I'm gonna charge these AirPods while I'm taking a break, so there will be there'll be different sounds now. I'm switching sounds right now. switch to my AirPods because I like to use it. I don't know how the quality is. It's not as good as some others, but alright. So now I'm doing another Sanskrit studies, Upanishads. I'll do Upanishads. Okay, I'm gonna get something to drink. I guess I'm still taking a break. It's only been 1 hour and 23 minutes. Not too bad. Seemed like an eternity, but only took half an hour break. Okay, let me drink something. It just dawned on me. You guys could probably hear everything. So yeah, I'm still connected. So do I need anything else to eat? No, I don't. Okay. Okay. I want to do yoga and chanting. Probably no ASMR. Alright, so Sanskrit studies. We're doing Upanishads. And page 111. See, I'm nice to myself sometimes. That's all. I was in the wrong book. Okay. Katha Upanishad. Katha. how do you say in Sanskrit? Kathopanishad. Alright, I'm no longer taking a break. Oops. Turn something else off. Okay. Sorry, I turned the wrong switch off. Alright, here we go. Kathopanishad. I'm just gonna read the Sanskrit. I'm not reading English, but I'll try to make sure that the translation is showing corresponding the text to the text. Here we go. Namaste. 우자는 하 바에 마자스라바사흐 사바베다삼 다다오 다시야 하 나치케타 나마 putra 아사 tam ha kumaram sanantam takushvino su niyamana su sharadha vivesha somanyata Vidodaka Tagatatarano Dugutadoha Nirinendriyahu Anananda Namaste Lokasatana Sakajachati Dan Tadatu Ta Uvacha Pitaram Tata Kasamai Mam Ta Siasiti Tiviti Yam Turati Yam Tam Uvacha Murutya Betavam Tadamiti Pahuna Memi Pratamo Pahuna Memi Matyamahu Kim Sivadyamasya Kartavyam Yanamayadya Karishoti Anupashya Yatha Purve Pratipashya Tatha Pare Sasyami ban Maltyahu Pachyate Sasyami ban Jayate Punahu Paishavan Arahu Pravishatya Pravishatyati Pratil Pravishatyati Til Pravishatyati Til Praha Pravishatyati Til Praha Manu Pravishatyati Til Praha Manu Kurohanu Dasyaitam Shanantim Kulvanati Hara Vaivasvato Dakamu Asha Prati Kushwe Samgatam Sunurutam Cheshita Pulte Uttara Pashunu Shitam Shinum Chum Uttara Pashum Shitam Saivane Metada Purungun Kate Purushasya Rilpa Metaso Purushasya Rilpa Metaso Yasya Nashanana Pasati Brahmano Kurohe Tisro Ratri Riyada Patasil Kurohe Ratri Riyada Patasil Kurohe Menashanana Brahununna Brahumanuna Titil Mana Namasyahu Brahmana Titil Namasyahu Namasatasitu Brahman Savasati Masatu Tasamata Parati Tirinam Baranam Brunwi Shava
Shananda Samkarepaha, Shananda Samkarepaha, Sumanai, Yatha, Siad, Vitamanya Gao, Tamuma, Vitamanya Gao Tamo, Mapi, Moritio, Devata Parasarashitam, Mapi Padata Paratita, Etata Prayanam, Pratamam Baram, Purunue, Yata, Purasata, Pavita, Paratita, Aududan Lakiraru Nui, Aududan Lakiraru Nui, Mata Parasarashita, Aududan Lakiraru Nui, Aududan Lakiraru, Aududan Lakiraru Nui, Aududan Lakiraru Nui, Mata Parasarashita, Aududan Lakiraru, Aududan Lakiraru Nui Palat, Aududan Lakiraru Nui Mata Parasarashita, Sukham Ratariha, Chayitan, Itamanyu Sutavan, Tadarashivan Muratius, Tadarashivan Muratiyu Mukhata Paramuti Mukutam Tam, Tadarashivan Muratiyu Mukhata, Tadarashivan Muratiyu Mukhata Paramukutam, Tadarashivan Muratiyu Su, Tadarashivan Muratiyu Mukhata Paramukutam Tamo, Tadarashivan Muratiyu Sukha, Tadarashivan Muratiyu Mukhata Paramukutamo, Savaya Lokya Na Payam Kimchi Kimchana Sati Na Tatara Teva Na Charaya Vipate Vipati Upe Tiltavashana Tiltavashana Pipase Shokantiko Budate Savagaloke San Devamaganim Savagyamatie Shui Burotio Prabhuhitavam Shradadatanaya Mahyamu Savagalokan Amortatavam Pajananta Etade Zavitiyana Purunue Pareno Prate Pravimi Tadu Me Nibota Savagyamaganim Nachiketahu Prajananu Anananta Loka Patimato Anananta Loka Patimato Paratishatam Viduti Devametam Nihitam Kurahayama Lokati Maganim Tamuvacha Tasamaya Ishitaka Yavati Van Yatan Van Champi Tata Pratia Patadu Yatokata Matasya Murtiuha Punarevaha Tushitaha. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Tamaprapi Tupuri Yamano Mahatma Param Tabehadya Tadami Puyahu Tavaiva Namana Pavita Yamagunihu Surungam Jama Manekarupam Guruhano Tirino Chiketasa Tiripiratya Samtim Tirikamakarata Tarati Janamataratiyu Brahma Jajinyam Devami Dvoyam Piditavan, Lichan Yamam, Chananti Matyanantamati, Chananti Matyanantamati, Turino Chiketasaturaya Meditade, Turino Chiketasaturaya Metade, Piditavan Yan Evam, Pidavam Sechinute, Na Chiketama, San Murtiyupan Shanam Purataha, Pranudiyan, Chokantigo, Mudate, Savagaloke, Esha, Daganil Nachiketaha, Savagio, Yamapurunwi, Tan, Kabiti, Yana, Parano, Etamaganim Tavaivan, Parabakoshoyanati, Jana Sasutrati, Yam Param, Nachiketo, Purunwi Shoban, Yayam Prata, Pechikitisan, Manushoya Sati, Tieke, Nayamasati, Chaike, Metadem, Vidya, Manushishita Siddhavayam, Parano Mesha, Parasutrati Yahu, Devairatra Pi, Pechikitisitam Puran, Nahi, Sujinyamanuraba, Sujinyamanurasho, Taimahu, Anyam Param, Nachiketo, Purunui Shiva, Ma, Muparoto Sirati, Sa, Ma, Surujainama, Devairatra Pi, Pechikitisitam, Kila, Tevam Cham, Murtiyo, Yanana, Sujinyama Tatan, Bhagatan, Chan Siyan, Tevan Duroganyo, Napio, Nanyo, Parasutoya, Etasiyan, Kachechit, Shatan Yushahu, Putra Pauturanam, Brunui Shivan, Pahonam Pashunam, Hasati Hiranuya Mashivana, Pume Mahadan, Pume Mahadan Yatanam, Brunui Shivan, Sabayam Cha, Jiva, Sharado, Yabadikacha Chasi, Yatatutuliyam Yadi, Manya Se, Param, Brunui Shivan, Pidatam, Chirajivikam Cha, Mahapumao, Nichiketa Siddhavamate, Pameti, Nachiketa Siddhavameti, Kamanam Devam, Kama Pajam Karoti, Kama Tulapa, Matya Loke, Sarvan Kama Sichanandanat, Sarvan Kamam Sichanandataho, Pratayasalo. You just something just happened.
study Sanskrit without music. What is a place you go to prepare your before hell? Place before hell. That's Sanskrit without music. when this fails, then I'll go back to using my laptop's recording system. It's not that good, but I'll have my nice mic tomorrow, so hopefully half the session should be in the better mic. But let's get to the Sanskrit reading. I'm almost done, I think. Yeah. Kama dulapa maltialoke salvana kamam shichanan tattaha prarthayasava ima kamaha sarataha saturya na hidrusha tamampaniya manushuyoyah pilmat pratita piha paricarayasava natiketo maranam manuprakushuyiha. Shivopava Maltiasya Yadanantakai Tat Sarvanandriyanam Charayananti Tejaha Api Sarvam Jivita Maripameva Tavaeva Pahasatava Nurutyakite Na Pititena Taipanuyo Manushoyo Lapusya Mahe Pititama de Gadra Kutu Madura Pitita Madura Kushuma Chapitavaya Jivishoya Mo Yavadi Shishoyasi Tavam Parasutu Me Paranuyahu Sa Eva Ajiriyata Mamurutana Mopetya Jiriyan Maltiyahu Gavatahu Satahu Prajanana Hapityayana Panarati Pramudanati Dilke Panarati Pramudanati Dilke Jivite Korameta Yasamina Nidam Pichitikita Sananti Murutiyo Yatasambara Yat Mahati Puruhi Nasatatu Yoyambaro Kutamanu Parabhishuto Nanyam Tasamana Chiketan Purunuite Anyate Chure Yonia Tutaiva Anyate Chireyonia Tutaiva Pureyasate Upe Na Te Purusham Sinitahu Tayohu Shreya Dadanasya Satu Pavati Hiyatel Tadia Upreyo Purunuite Shreya Shichan, Pureya Shichan, Manushoya Metasatan, Samparitiyan, Pivinakati Tirahu, Shreyo Hi Tiro Pi, Pureyo So, Purunuite, Pureyo Manando, Yogakushwe Madu, Purunuite, Santavam, Puriyaru Bam Shichan, Kamana Pityayana Nachiketo Tiasana
Natiketo Tyashra Koshui Naitan Serengan Pudetamayi Ma Pipudetamayi Ma Bapeto Yasyam Majijananti Pahavo Manushoya Turamete Viparite Pishuchi Avidya Ya Ja Vidyati Jinyatan Vidya Pi Pusitam Natiketa Samhanya Na Devam Kama Mahabolulu Pananda Mahabolulu Pananda Avidya Ya Manantare Patamana Her Savayam Tira Her Panandui Tamanyamana Her Tanandaram Yamana Her Pariyananti Pumuta Anantanaiva Niyamana Yatananta Her Samparaya Her Patipati Panam Pamadyanandam Viditamohana Mutam Ayam Loko Nasati Para Iti Mani Punaha Punadvaishama Padyate Me Shiravano Yampi Bahu Pirio Na Bapyaha Shiranan Bano Topi Bahavo Yam Na Pidu Pidio Shechario Bhagavatam Koshalosya Labhata Shechario Jinyata Koshalano Shishutaha No Darena Badena Purokata Esha Subijinyo Bahutan Jinetiamanaha Ananya Purokate Katiratara Na Satyanuyana Yatakya Manu Paramanot Nesha Takena Matira Paneya Progata Nyanaiva Sujinyana Parashata Yam Devama Paha Satya Thurati Batasi Devadarana No Puyana Nachiketaha Parashata Janamyaham Shevatiritya Nityam Na Yatruvaiha Prapyate Hi Truvam Tato Maya Nachiketase Chitoganind Ra Nityai Dravyaiha Nachiketase Chiket Nachiketase Chit Nachiketase Chit Nachiketase Chitogani Nachiketase Chitogani Nachiketase Chitogani Rani Tiaidra Biaya Nachiketase Chiket Nachiketase Chitogani Nachiketase Chitogani Nachiketase Chitogani Nachiketase Chitogani Rani Tiaidra Biaya. It's a very hard word. Wow. It's very therapeutic, but it's incredibly hard. Tato Maya Nachiketase Chitogani Rani Tiai Nachiketase Chitogani Rani Tiai Drabiai almost. Nachiketase Chitogani Rani Tiai Drabiai Nachiketase Chitogani Rani Tiai Nachiketase Chitogani Rani Tiai Drabiai Prapadapanasami Nityama Kamasyam Patim Jagataha Pratishatam Gratora Nanantya Ma Payasya Kratora Nanitya Mapayasya Parama Sudomam Mahadurugayam Puratishatam Turashatava Turatya Tiro Nachiketosiat Nachiketotiasrak Nachiketotiasrakashvih Nachiketotiasrakashvih Tuldaisham Kutamanu Paravishitam Kuhan Hitam Tadu Fureshitam that fool Gahureshitam Gahuvareshitam. This is kind of misleading. Gahuvareshitam, it could be that, or it could be this. Gahureshitam Puranama Natyatmayoga Tigamem Natyatmayoga Tigamena Devam Matava Tiro Haishoshokeon Jahanti, because you're not supposed to throw it like that, write it like that. It's almost like illegal. Etachi Chotava Sampari Guru Hia Martiaha Paraburu Hia Tamia Manumetam Tamia Manumetama Biam Sa Mudaniyam Ki Labutuvan Pivurutam Sadama Nachiketasam Manya Anyatara Taima Samat Krutat Anyatara Phuta Checha Pavya Checha Yatata Pashyasi Tatapada Saidabada Yatapadama Manananti Tapamsi Saivanui Chan Yatapadananti Yadichananto Brahmacharyam Charananti Tatate Padam Samgrahena Bravi Miomi Tiatate Etade Tieva Kusharam Brahma Etade Tieva Kusharam Parama Etade Tieva Kusharam Jinya Teva Yo Yadichu Chati Tasya Tate Etada Lamambanam Shireshitam Etada Lamambanam Paramu Etada Lamambanam Jinya Teva Brahmanoke Mahiyate No Jayate Muriyate Vipasichinna Yam Kutasichinna Papu Vankashicite Ajo Dityaho Shashepatoyam Purano Na Hanyate Hanyama Ne Sharire Hanantam Janamanyate Hanantum Hatashe Janamanyate Hatam Upao Na Vijani To Na Yam Hananti Na Hanyate Anuranuyana Mahato Mahiyanatmasya Tanentonihito Kuhayam Tamakaratuhu Ashyati Pitashoko Tatu Prasadana Mahima Namatamanahu Tatu Prasadana Mahima Namatamanahu Sino Turam Purajati Shayano Yati Saivatahu Kasetam Madam Tevam Madanyo Jinya Tumahati Shariram Charira Shivana Vasate Shiva Vasatitama Charira Shivana Vasate Shiva Vasatitama Mahanantam Pipumatmanam Matavan Tiro Na Shotati Na Yamatama Paravachatena Lapio Na Mataya Na Pahu Na Shurutena Yamevaishu Purunote Tena Lapiasatasiaishu Tama Purunote Tanum Subama Na Virato Tushicharita Na Shanto Na Tamahitahu Na Shanantama Naso Papi Prachinyane Naina Ma Pinuyate Nasya Brahma Cha Kushataram Cha Upe Pavata Udanahu Urtiyasya Pasevat Pasevat Patse Janam Murutiya Syo Pachat Setjanam Murutiya Syo Pachatanam Chetam Setjanam Murutiya Syo Pachatanam Ka Itatang Yada Yatra Sahu. I might just do this and call it a day, like whatever the ending of this book is. If it takes 1 hour more, then so be it. But this is my last reading. But I want to finish it. I don't want to stop it. I want to finish whatever got 20 bunny shorty finishes, I'll finish. Razam Vivanenteo Sukorotasia Loke Kuham Parabishito Parame Paralte Chaya Tapao Pahamabido Vadananti Pancha Gunayo Ye Cha Trino Tiketahu Yahu Saturi Jana Na Makasharam Brahma Yata Paramo Payam Titil Shotam Param Chiketam Shakemahi Admanam Latinam Viditi Shariram Ratameba Tu Buddhitim Tu Saratim Viditi Manahu Pragara Hameba Jam Inindriyanui Hayana Hushul Bi Hayana Hulbishayam Sudeshu Hayana Dubishayam Sudeshu Jotarana Kokat Watarana Atmanandriya Mano Yugatama Atmanandriya Mano Yugatama Atmanandriya Mano Yugatam Pokute Yahul Mani Shanahu Pokute Yahul Mani Shanahu Pokute Yahul Mani Shanahu Yasatava Vijnana Vana Pavatya Yukutana Manasa Sada Dasyanandriya Yabashyana Dasyanandriya Yabashyana Dasyanandriya Yabashyani Tushita Shiva Ivan Saratehu Yasatu Vijnana Vana Pavati Yukutana Manasa Sada Dasyanandriya Yabashyani Sadashiva Ivan Saratehu Yasatava Vijnana Vana Pavatya Manasakarahu Pavatya Manasakahu Sada Shuchihu sa tat padama punoti samsaram janti kachati. Never-ending Upanishad. Yasutu Vijnana Vana Pavati Samanasakahu Sadan Shuchihu Santu Tatapadama Punoti Yasmadu Fuyo Na Jayate Vijnana Sara Tirias Vijnana. Okay, so the music turned off again. The last time I'm using this for recording purposes. Technology is not good enough.
Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. Paranji Kani Pyataranatta Sivayamanpu Tasat Sivayamanpu Tasat Mata Parangang Sivayamanpu Tasat Mat Sivayamanpu Sutasat Mata Parangang Sivayamanpu Sutasat Mata Parangang Pasyanti Nanandarata Mana Kasyachitu Kasyachitu Tiraha Pratyagata Mana Maikashod Pratyagata Mana Maikashoda Buddhata Prakoshura Muratata Mami Chichana Pratyagata Mana Maikashod Pratyagata Mana Maikashoda Buddhata Chakoshura Muratata Mami Chichana Pratyagata Mana Maikashoda Buddhata Chakoshura Muratata Pratyagata Mana Maisha Pratyagata Mana Maikashoda Buddhata Pratyagata Mana Maikashoda Buddhata Chakoshura Muratata Michichana Parajahu Kama Nanuyananti Parajate Murtiyoryananti Pitatasya Pashama Mata Tira Amurtatavam Pititavam Turuvamatu Vaishivati Shiviha Turuvamatu Vaishiviha Na Paratayanante Yana Rupam Tasam Kalantam Shabudana Sabai Sham Shicha Maitunan Atanaiva Pijanati Kimatara Parishishote Etadavai Tatu Sivapananantam Jagatitanantam Topel Yananu Pashyati Mahanandam Pipumatmanam Matavan Tiro Na Shojati Ya Imam Matavadam Tada Atamanam Jivamanandikata Ihanam Putaphavyasya Na Tato Biju Atadavai Tatu Yaha Purivam Tabaso Jatamadipyaha Purivamajayata Kuham Pravishya Deshitanantam Yo Putepsipya Pashyati Putepsipya Pashyatam Atadavai Tatu Let's finish it. Ya pranvena samphavatya ditil deva tamai samphavatya di samphavatya ditil deva tam samphavatya ditil deva tam Samphavati Devatamayi Kuham Pravishya Tishitanantim Ya Pute Pilbyaja Yata Yata Devai Tatu Aranoyul Nihito Jata Vedaya Kalpa Ivan Supuruto Kalpinui Pihu Divan Iduyo Jagaravadapu Havishivma Dupu Manushuya Piraganihu Jagaravadapu Maheshivadu Maheshivadu Manushuya Piraganihu Jagaravadapai Ha Jagaravadapai Bilha Jagaravadapu Hashiva Jagaravadapu Hashiv Bishama sorry Jagaravadagai Jagaravadapu Havishima Jagaravadapu Havi Jagaravada Havi Pilha Jagaravada Pai Jagaravada Pilhashima Bishimadi Vajimada Pilboma Nushya Piraganihu. Sorry about this. I don't know how long this thing is, and I don't want to stop, so and it's purifying, healing, it's really healing. Okay. Divan Idriyo Jagaravada Pilhavi Shuma Jagaravada Pilhavishimada Pilmanushuya Piradapi Niha Jagaravada Pilhavishimada Pilmanushuya Piraganiha Jagaravada Pilhavishimada Jagaravada Pilmashivada Jagaravada Pilmashimada Jagaravada Pilmashimada Pilmanushuya Raganiha Shuya Piraganiha Jagaravada Pilhavishwima Jagaravada Pilhavishimadi Shimadu Pil Jagaravada Pilhavishimada Pilmanushuya Piraganiha. One more. Jagaravada Pilhavishima Jagaravada Pilhavishimada Pilmanushuya Piraganiha Jagaravada Pilhavishimada Pilmanushuya Piraganiha Jagaravada Pilhavishimada Pilmanushuya Piraganiha. Almost. Divan Iduyo Jagaravada Pilhavishimada Pilmanushuya Piraganiha. Okay. Eta Divine Tatu. Yatache Chodati Suryosadam Yatara Jagachuchati
tam devahu sarve pitana tasutu natyati kashachana attadavai tat sarve pitana tat yatashi chodati suryos tam yatara Kajachati tam devahu sarvepita setadu natyati kashachana atadavai tatu. Yadadeha yadamutra tadanandiha murtiyohu sa murtiyo ma punoti ya iha neva pashyati manasaiva dhamma patavyam neha nasati kimchana murtiyohu sa murtiyam kajachati ya iha naneti pashyati naneva pashyati Anugushatamatrahu Purusho Matya Atmani Tushatati Ishano Bhutapabhyasya Na Tato Jigusupusate Jigukupusate Atadavai Tate Anugushatamatrahu Purusho Jyotirivatu Makaha Jyotirivatu Makaha Ishanto Bhutapabhyasya Sa Avadya Sa O Shivahu Atadavai Tate Yasodakam Durga Purushotam Bhaivatashvu Pitavati Evam Taman Potaka Pasham Zutato Evam Bhikyate Yasodakam Durgam Purushotam Bhaivatashvu Pitavati Evam Taman Potaka Taman Potaka Pasham Zutato Evam Taimana Portak Pashamsatan Ekvanubitavati Pashamsatan Evanubitavati Yatodakam Shudutama Sikutam Tadurugeva Bhavati Evam Munevijanata Atman Bhavati Gautama. I'm gonna cheat and see how long this thing is. This is page 130. Six more pages to go. I'll do it, and then I won't do anything else. That's the thing. So yeah, okay, here we go. Purameka Dashadubara Majasya Bakara Chatasaha Purameka Dashadubara Majasya Bakara Chatasaha Purameka Dashadubara Majasya Bakara Chatasaha Anushutaya Nanushujati Vimukta Shacha Vimukyate Etaduvai Tatu Kamsaha Shuchi Shodu 마수라는 딸의 것이여 사들 토다 마수라는 딸의 것이여 사들 토다 베디트셔 베디틸 두로노 삼 사트 함사흐 슈치셔드 마수라는 딸의 것이여 사들 토나 마수라는 딸의 것이여 사들 토다 베디셔다 탈다 탈두 베디셔다 틸두 베디셔다 틸두로노 사트 베디셔다 틸두로노 샷 베디셔다 베디셔다 틸티 베디셔다 틸티 두로노 사트 베디셔다 틸 두로노 사트 베디셔다 틸 두로노 사트 베디셔다 틸 두로노 사트 부르셔드바라 사드르다 사드 부르셔드바라 사드르다 사드 비오마사다 부장 고장 버타장 아들이장 버탐 부르하트 울크반 바나 무누나야티야 바남 아티아가시아티 마티에 바마나마 시남 비시베데와 우파사테 아시야 비스람 사마나시야 샤리라스타시야 데이나흐 데하드 비무치아마나시야 기마트라 마리시시오테 에드드방이타트 나 파누에나 나 파네나 말티오 지바티 발시지나 나 파누에나 나 파넨. Okay, I gotta read this from the top again. I'm tired. There's 6 more pages to go. You know, I'll actually take a little break. I'm going to take an imaginary break. Okay. Are you mic test? From the top of this page. Asya Bisram Samanasya Sharirastasya Tehinahu Tehad Vimuchyamanasya Kimatra Parishishyote Etadu Vaitat. No,
pranuena na banena maltio jivati kashijana itarena tu jivananti yasminin nata bupa shritam ananta ta idam prabhakashvoyomi kuhyam brahma sanatanam yatha cha maranam prapya atma bhavati gautama Unimanye Parapadyanante Shariratva Ya Tehinahu Suthanumanye Nusamyananti Yatha Kama Yatha Shrutama Ya Eshu Suputeshu Jagati Kamam Purusho Vimimanahu Tadeva Shukram Tade Brahma Tadeva Murta Muchyate Tasamimuru Loka Shrita Saive Tadu Natyati Kashechana Tadu Vaitatu Aganiriya Taiko Puvanam Prabhishuddho Rupam Pratirupam Bapuva Ekasutatan Sevaputanantaratma Rupam Pratirupam Pahishucham Vayuriya Taiko Puvanam Prabhishuddho Rupam Pratirupo Papuva Akasatana Sevaputanantaratma Rupam Pratirupo Pahishacham Suryo Yatha Sabalokasya Chakushuna Dityate Chakushu Shaishu Chakushu Shoiva Chakushu Chan Jakushu Shaino Shaiba Bahya Doshoiha Jakushu Shaiba Bahya Doshoiha Ekasutatan Sevaputanantaratma Na Dibyate Lokaduhakena Bahyahu Ekon Mashi Sevaputanantaratma Ekam Rupam Pahutan Yahu Karoti Tamasitam Venupashyananti Tira Suteshum Sukham Shashivatam Etareshum Nityanam Chetana Eko Bahunam Yo Vidatati Kamanu Tamasitam Venupashyananti Tira Suteshum Shananti Shashivati Netareshum Tadetaditi Manyanante Nildeshyam Paramam Sukhamu Katam Nu Tadavijaniyam Kimu Ipati Pan Na Tatra Suryo Pati Na Chanandra Tarakam Nema Vidito Panti Kuto Yamaganiha Kuto Yamagani. I want to read this from the beginning again. Sorry. Something's like happening to my body. Na Tatra Suryo Pati Na Chanandra Tarakam Sanenama Vidito Pananti Kuto Yamaganiha Tameva Pasata
panan tamanupati sarvam tasya pasan sarvamidam pipati. Ultravambulo Vakashaka Yashoshivatatahu Sanatanahu Tadevan Shukuram Tade Brahma Tadevan Murtamutyate Tasamimu Lokahu Shritahu Save Tadu Natieti Kashichana Etadeva Itatu Yadidam Timcham Jagata Saivam Prana Ejati Nihosurutamo Mahadupayam Pajara Mudyatam Ya Etadu Viduram Bodhata Sute Viduram Bodhata Sute Pavananti Payadasya Ganisutapasi Payadasya Ganisutapati Payadasya Ganisutapati Payadasya Ganisutapati Payatatapati Suryahu Payadinandarashichan Mayushichan Murtil Thavati Panchamahu Iha Jadashankada Bodhutum Prak Sharirasya Tisarasahu Tatahu Sageshu Lokeshu Shariratavaya Kalpate Yatha Dashe Tatha Tamani Yatha Savapne Tatha Tatroloke Tatha Pasu Padiva Sushane Tatrushe Tatrushe Yatha Dashe Tatha Tamani Yatha Savapne Yatha Tatroloke Yatha Pasu Padi Yatha Pasu Padiva Tatrushe Tatha Kanthava Okay, very from the top of that page, same shloka that I was on. Yatha daisha, tatha dhamani, yatha svapne, tatha petroloke, yatha pasu pariva, tadurusha, tatha kanantalvaloke, chaya tapayodiva, parahmaloke, Indriyanam Purthagapa Vambudaya Sutamayam Purthagapa Vandudaya Purthagapa Vamanu Mavima Pamuda Purthagapa Vamudaya Sutamayam Purthagapa Vamudaya Sutamayam Jayat Purthagut Padyamananam Matava Tiro Na Shojati Inendriya Piyaha Param Mano Manasaha Sadetavam Buddhitamamo Sadetavam Dati Mahanatma Mahato Vyagatam Buddhitamam Mahato Vyagatam Buddhitamam. Alright, 3 more pages ago. Avyakata Tatu Paraha Purusho Vyapako Linga Eva Jan Yam Chinya Tavan Mutyate Jananturam Murtatavam Jan Kajachati Na Samdurushe Tushitati Rupamasya Na Chakushusho Pashyati Jajashan Kashichanai Koredan Manisho Manasapi Gulaputo Manasapi Gulaputo Yan Etade Vidura Murta Sete Pavananti Yadan Panchan Vatishitanante Chinyanani Manasa Saha Buddhitishijan Na Vichashitati Tamahuhu Paramam Katimu Tam Yagamiti Manyanante Sitira Minudriya Tharanomu Apuramatita Sitadan Pavati Yogo Hi Prabhava Prabhava Pyayau Naivan Moja Na Manasa Prabhutum Chakyo Na Chakushushu Asati Ti Pruvatunyatra Katam Tadupalapyate Asati Ti Evo Palabhuta Vyasa Tatetva Pavena Asati Ti Evo Palabhuta Val Asati Ti Evo Palabhuta Vyavasatat Asati Ti Evo Palabhuta Vyasat Asati Evo Balabuta Vyasatatatvam Pavena Asati Evo Balabuta Vyasatatatva Pavena Jopayohu Asati Evo Balabuta Sya Tatatva Pavahu Purasi Dati Yadam Saive Prambujanante Kama Yasya Horadi Shritahu Mata Maltiyomuruto Pavatyatra Brahma Samashanute Yada Sarve Prakrityanante Horadaya Sieha Granantatahu Mata Maltiyomurute Pavatyeta Avadu Tyanusha Sanamu Mata Maltiyomuruto Pavatyota Vadutya Pavatyeta Vadutya Nusha Sanamu Shatam Jaka Horodayasya Na Duyasuta Sam Multana Mapiniho Surutatvaika Multana Mapiniho 뭘 다 남아 피니 허설었다니까. 다이얼트바마 야누나 다이얼트바마 야누나 모르 따뜻바메티 다이얼트바마 야누나 모르 따뜻바메티 다이얼트바마 야누나 모르 따뜻바메티 비시방방니 비시방니야 비시방니야 우드그라마누에 바바는티 니야 비시타랑니야 우드그라마누에 바바는티 앙응구시터 마드라흐 부르쇼는다랑 드마 사다 전하나무 버르다에 삼리비시터흐 단서박서박까지 자리랑하트 브라보르헤는 문장아디 베슈이감 타이리에는 담 비디아드 축그라 마모르담 담 비디아드 축그라 마모르담이티 Last page. Somehow in and Pratiyo Prokatang Nachiketatan Labatuvan Vidya Metan Yogavitim Chan Karatasnamu Brahma Prapato Pirajo Food Pimuratiuranyo Pievam Pimuratiuranyo Pievam Yo Vidatya Tamamevam. Alright. That's it. So let me just I should read the translation. I'm gonna read the translation, but I will mark the page actually. 139. In case I forget to mark this right now. 129 is it. I'll write the name out later, but this is for my own inner reference. Okay. So let's go back to at 12 Upanishad. Page, I read like 27 pages of English and Sanskrit. I mean, it's also called the Black Yajurveda, of the Black Yajurveda. So I'm just gonna read the translation to the end. Just reading Sanskrit. These texts are pretty accurate. Yes. Vaja Saravasa, desiring gave all he had. Now Vaja Saravasa had a son named Natiketas. As the gifts were led past, faith took possession of him who was yet a boy. On one end he pondered. Cattle that have drunk their water, eaten their grass, yielded their milk, worn out their organs, of on the light are the worlds which he riches, who gives such as these. He said to his father, Me, O my father, to whom wilt thou give? A second time and a third he said it, and he replied, To death I give thee. Among many I walk the first, among many I walk the midmost, something death means to do, which today by me he will accomplish. Look back and see, even as were the men of old. Look round, even so are they that have come after. Mortal man withers like the fruits of the field, and like the fruits of the field he is born again. His attendants Seiyama, Fire is the Brahmin who enters as a guest the houses of men. Him thus they appease. Bring, O son of Vivasavan, the water of the guest right. The man of little understanding, in whose house a Brahmin dwells fasting, all his hope and expectation, and all he has gained, and the good and truth that he has spoken, and the wells he has dug, and the sacrifices he has offered, and all his sons and his cattle are torn from him by the guest unhonored. Because for 3 nights thou hast dwelt in my house, O Brahmin, a guest worthy of reverence, a salutation to thee, O Brahmin. On me let there be the wheel. Therefore 3 boons do not choose, for each night a boon. Tranquilize in his thought and serene of mind be the Gautama, my father. Let this passion over me pass away from him. Assured in heart, let him greet me from thy grasp delivered. This boon I choose, the first of 3. Even as before, assured in heart, and by me relieved shall he be. Thou Dudadlaki Arunui, thy father. Sweetly shall he sleep through the nights, and his passion shall pass away from him, having seen thee from death's jaws delivered. In heaven, fear is not at all in heaven, O death, thou art not, nor old age and its terrors, crossing over hunger and thirst as over 2 rivers, leaving sorrow behind, the soul in heaven rejoices. Therefore that heavenly flame which thou, O death, studiest, expound unto me, for I believe. They who win their world of heaven have immortality for their portion. For the second boon have I chosen. Hearken to me and understand, O Nachiketas. I declare to thee the heavenly flame, for I know it. Know this to be the possession of infinite existence, and the foundation and the thing hidden in the secret cave of our being. Of the flame that is the world's beginning, he told him, and what are the bricks to him, and how many, and the way of their sitting. And Nachiketas to repeat it, even as it was told. Then death was pleased and said to him yet farther. Music stopped again. This is just ridiculous. My test, my test.
Mic check, mic check. Okay, here we go. Okay. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay. This must be my best option now. He, the Greek soul, was gratified and said to him, Yet a father boon today I give thee, for even by thy name shall this fire be called. This necklace also take unto thee, a necklace of many figures. Whoso lights the three fires of Nachiketas and comes to union with the three, and thus the triple works, beyond birth and death he crosses, for he finds the God of our adoration, the knower who is born from the Brahman, whom having beheld, he attains the surpassing peace. When a man has the three flames of Nachiketas, and knows this that is triple, when so knowing he beholds the flame of Nachiketas, then he thrusts from in front of him the meshes of the snare of death, leaving sorrow behind him, he in heaven rejoices. This is the heavenly flame, O Nachiketas, which thou hast chosen for the second boon. Of this flame the people shall speak that it is thine indeed. A third boon choose, O Nachiketas. This debate that there is over the man who has passed, and some say, this he is not, and some that he is. That taught by thee I would know. This is the third boon of the boons of my choosing. Even by the gods was this debated of old, for it is not easy of knowledge, since very subtle is the law of it. Another boon choose, O Nachiketas. Importune me not, nor urge me, this abandon. Even by the gods was this debated, it is sure, and thou thyself hast said that it is not easy of knowledge. Never shall I find another like thee to tell of it, nor is there any other boon that is its equal. Choose sons and grandsons who shall live each 100 years. Choose much cattle and elephants and gold and horses. Choose a mighty reach of earth, and thyself live for as many years as thou listest. This boon, if thou deemest equal to that of thy asking, choose wealth and long living. Possess thou, O Nachiketas, a mighty country. I give thee thy desirable things for my portion. Yes, all desires that are hard to win in the world of mortals, all demand at thy pleasure. Lo, these delectable women, with their chariots and their bugles, whose like are not to be worn by men, these I will give thee. Live with them for thy handmaidens, but of death question not, O Nachiketas. Until the mortal man has these things will endure, and they wear away all this keenness and glory of his senses. Nay, all life is even for a little. Thine are these chariots, and thine the dancing of these women, and their singing. Man is not to be satisfied with riches, and riches we shall have if we have beheld thee, and shall live as long as thou shalt be Lord of us. This boon and no other is for my choosing. Who that is a mortal man and grows old and dwells down upon the unhappy earth, when he has come into the presence of the ageless immortals and knows it, yeah. Who, when he looks very close at beauty and enjoyment and pleasure, can take delight in overlong living. That of which they thus debate O death, declare to me, even that which is in the great passage. Then this boon which enters in into the secret that is hidden from us, no other chooses Nachiketas. Yama speaks. One thing is the good and quiet, another thing is the pleasant, and both seize upon a man with different meanings. Of these, whoso takes the good, it is well with him. He falls from the aim of life who chooses the pleasant. The good and the pleasant come to a man, and the thoughtful mind turns all around them and distinguishes. The wise chooses not the good from the pleasant, but the earth. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Still got like 20 more pages to break. Mic check. So mic is working. I'm just gonna keep it this way. It's called the default setting until it's microphone away. Okay. So that's the best microphone my laptop has to offer. I'll check this later. The quality of it, 315. So let me keep reading a little bit so I could test myself later. The good and the pleasant come to a man, and the thoughtful mind turns around them and distinguishes. The wise chooses out the good from the pleasant, but the dull soul chooses the pleasant rather than the getting out is good and its heaven. And thou, O Nachiketas, have looked close at the object of desire, that desire pleasant things and beautiful, and thou hast cast them from thee. Thou hast not entered into the net of riches, in which many men sink to perdition. For apart from thee are these opposite, divergent, the one that is known as the ignorance and the other the knowledge. For Nachiketas are deemed truly desirous of the knowledge, with whom so many desirable things could not make to lust after them. They who dwell in the ignorance within it, wise in their own wit and deeming themselves very learned, men bewildered are they who wander about round and round, circling like blind men led by the blind. The childish wit, bewildered and drunken with the illusion of riches, cannot open its eyes to see the passage to heaven. For he that thinks this world is and there is no other, comes again and again into death's thraldom. He that is not easy even to be heard of by many, and even of those that have heard there are many who have not known him. A miracle is the man that can speak of him wisely, or is skillful to win him. And when one is found, a miracle is the listener, who can know God even when taught of him by the knower. An inferior man cannot tell you of him, but thus told thou canst not truly know him, since he is thought of in many aspects. Yet unless told of him by another, thou canst not find any way there to him, for he is subtler than subtlety, and that which logic cannot reach. This wisdom is not to be had by reasoning, O beloved Nachiketas. Only when told thee by another it brings real knowledge, the wisdom which thou hast gotten. Thou truly thou art steadfast in the truth. Even such a questioner as thou art may I meet with always. I know of treasure that is not forever, that it is not forever. For not by things unstable shall one attain that which is stable. Therefore, I heap the fire of Nachiketas, and by reason and sacrifice the transitory things. I won't be I know of treasure that is not forever. For not by things unable shall one attain that which is stable. Therefore, I heap the fire of Nachiketas, and by the sacrifice of transitory things, I want the eternal. Janamyaham Shavathiritia. Nachiketas speaks. I know of treasure that is not forever, for not by things unstable shall one attain that which is stable. Therefore I heap the fire of Nachiketas, and by the sacrifice of transitory things I want the eternal. I'm gonna make myself some chocolate milk. Let me finish this section of the book, and then I'll go make myself some chocolate milk. Yama speaks, when thou hast seen in thy grasp, O Nachiketas, the possession of desire, and from foundation of this world, and an infinity of power, and the other shore of security and praise,
and scope and might, moving and firm foundation, wise and strong in steadfastness, thou didst cast these things from thee. Realizing God by attainment to Him through spiritual yoga, even the Ancient of Days, who hath entered deep into that which is hidden and is hard to see, for He is established in our secret being and lodged in the cavern heart of things. The wise and steadfast man casteth far from him joy and sorrow. When mortal man has heard, when he has grasped, when he has forcibly separated the righteous one from his body, and whom that subtle being, when he has delight, for he has got that which one can indeed delight in. Verily I deem of Nachiketa as a house wide open. Now Nachiketa speaks. Tell me of that which thou seest otherwise than in virtue, and otherwhere than in virtue, and otherwhere than in unrighteousness, otherwhere than in the created and the uncreated, otherwhere than in that which has been and that which shall be. This Yama speaks. The seed and goal that all the Vedas glorify and which all the austerities declare, for the desire of which men practice holy living, of that will I try thee, tell thee, in brief compass. Is that goal Nachiketas. For the syllable is Brahman, the syllable is the Most High. The syllable, if one know, whatsoever one shall declare, desire, it is his. The support is the best, the support is the highest, knowing the support, one grows great in the world of the Brahman. That wise one is not born, neither does he die. He came not from anywhere, neither is he anyone. He is unborn, he is everlasting, he is ancient and sempiternal. He is not slain in the slaying of the body. If the slayer thinks that he slays, if the slain think that he is slain, both of these have not the knowledge. The slays not, neither is he slain. Finer than the fire, huger than the huge, the self hides in the secret heart of the creature. When a man strips himself of will and is weaned from sorrow, then he beholds him, purified from the mental elements. He sees the greatness of the self-being. Seated, he journeys far off. Lying down, he goes everywhere. Who other than I is fit to know God, even him who is rapture and the transcendence of rapture. Realizing the bodiless embodies, the establishing things instead of realizing the bodiless embodies, the establishing things outside of the great and omnipresent self. The wise and steadfast soul grieves no longer. The self is not to be warned by eloquent teaching, nor by brain power, nor by much learning, but only he whom this being chooses can win him, for to him the self bears his body. None who has not ceased from doing evil, or who is not calm, or not concentrated in his belly. None who has not ceased from doing evil, or who is not calm, or not concentrated in his being, or whose mind has not been tranquilized, can by wisdom attain to him. He to whom the sages are as meat and heroes as food for his eating, and death is an ingredient in his banquet. How thus shall one know of him where he abideth? Let me make some chocolate milk for myself. I need some protein, I think. Half an hour more reading, I think. Ooh.
Okay. I'm back. Let me see if everything's working fine. Testing. Okay, cool. Let me finish this. Latam, Tibanandam, Sukuratasya, Loke, Kuham, Paravishato, Parame, Paralte, Chaya, Tapao, Parahamapido, Padananti, Panchar, Pancha, Ganayo, Ye, Cha, Turino, Chiketa, I read the, what am I doing? I'm supposed to read the English part, sorry. Yama speaks, there are two that drink deep of the truth in the world of world work well accomplished. They are lodged in the secret plane of being, and in the highest kingdom of the Most High is their dwelling. As of light and shade, the knowers of the Brahman speak of them, and those of the 5 fires, and those who have the 3 fires of Nachiketas. May we have strength to kindle Agni Nachiketas, where he is the bridge of those who do sacrifice, and he is Brahman, supreme and imperishable, and the far shore of security to those who will cross this ocean. Know the body for a chariot, and the soul for the master of the chariot. No reason to it for the charioteer, and the mind for the reins only. The senses they speak of as the steeds, and the objects of sense as the paths on which they move. And one yoked with self and the mind, and the senses is the enjoyers as thinkers. Now he that is without knowledge, with his mind ever unapplied, his senses are to him as wild horses, and will not obey the driver of the chariot. But he that has knowledge, with his mind ever applied, his senses are to him as noble steeds, and they obey the driver. Yeah, he that is without knowledge, and is unmindful, and is ever unclean, reaches not that goal, but wanders in the cycle of phenomena. But he that has knowledge, and is mindful and pure always, reaches that goal once he is not born again. That man who uses the mind for reins, and the knowledge for the driver, reaches the end of his road, the highest state of Vishnu. And the senses, the objects of sense are higher, and higher than the objects of sense is the mind, and higher than the mind is the faculty of knowledge, and then that is the great self higher. And higher than the great self is the unmanifest, and higher than the unmanifest is the Purusha. Than the Purusha there is none higher. He is the culmination, he is the highest goal of the journey. The secret self in all existences does not manifest himself to the vision, yet he is seen by the seers of the subtle, by a subtle and perfect understanding. Let the wise man restrain speech in his mind, and mind in his self of knowledge, and knowledge in the greater self, in the great self, and that, again, let him restrain in the self that is at peace. Arise, arise, find out the great ones and learn of them. For sharp as the razor's edge, hard to traverse, difficult of going is that path, say the sages. That in which sound is not, nor touch, nor shape, nor diminution, nor taste, nor smell, that which is eternal, and it is without end or beginning, higher than the great self, and stable, that having seen from the mouth of death there's deliverance. The man of intelligence, having spoken or heard the eternal story of Nachiketas, wherein death was the speaker, grows great in the world of the Brahman. He who, being pure, recites the supreme secret at the time of the Sharadata in the assembly of the Brahmins, that turns for him to infinite existence. Yama said, the self-born hath set the doors of the body to face outward. Therefore the soul of a man gazeth outward, and not at the self within. Hardly a wise man here and there, desiring immortality, turneth his eyes inward, and sees the self within him. The rest childishly follow after desire and pleasure, and walk into the snare of death, who keepeth wife for them. But calm souls, having learned of immortality, seek not for permanence in the things of this world, that pass and are not. By the self one knoweth taste and form and smell. By the self one knoweth sound and touch, and the joy of men with women. What is there left in this world of which the self not knoweth? This is the thing thou seekest. The calm soul, having comprehended the great word, the omnipresent self, by whom one beholdeth both the end of dream and to the end of waking, ceases from grieving.
He that hath known from very close this eater of sweetness, the jiva, the self within that, is Lord of what was and what shall be, shrinketh not after from aught, nor abhorreth any. This is the thing thou seekest. It is the seer that seeth him who came into being before us starry and was before the waters. Deep in the heart of the creature he seeth him, where there he standeth by the mingling of the elements. This is the thing thou seekest. This is the thing thou seekest. This is Aditi, the mother of the gods, who was born through the prana and by the mingling of the elements and her being. Mingling of the elements had her being. Deep in the heart of things she has entered, and she is seated. This is the thing thou seekest. As a woman carrieth with care the unborn child in her womb, so is the master of knowledge lodged in the tinders, and day by day should men worship him who live their waking life and stand before him with sacrifice, for he is that Agni. This is the thing thou seekest. He from whom the sun riseth, and to whom the sun returneth, and in him are all the gods established. None passeth from him. This is the thing thou seekest. What is in this world is also in the other, and what is in the other, that again is in this. Who thinketh he sees difference here, from that to that he goeth. Through the mind must we understand that there is nothing in this world that is really various. Who thinketh he sees difference here, from that to that he goeth. The Purusha who is seated in the midst of ourself is no larger than the finger of a man. He is the Lord of what was and what shall be. Him, having seen, one shrinketh not from aught, nor abhorreth any. This is the thing thou seekest. The Purusha that is within is no larger than the finger of a man. He is like a blazing fire that is without smoke. He is Lord of his past and his future. He alone is today, and he alone shall be tomorrow. This is the thing thou seekest. As water that reigneth in the rough and difficult places, runneth to many sides on the mountain tops, so he that seeth separate law and action of the one spirit followeth in the track of what he seeth. But as pure water that is poured into pure water, even as it was such it remaineth, so is it with the soul of the thinker who knoweth God, O seed of Gautam. Yamasa, the unborn who is not devious-minded, hath a city with 11 gates. When he taketh up his abode in it, he grieveth not, but when he is set free from it, that is his deliverance. This is the thing thou seekest. No, this one whose dwelling is in the purity, he is the boss in the inner regions, the sacrificer at the altar, the guest in the vessel of the drinking. He is in men and in the great ones, and his home is in the law, and his dwelling is in the firmament. He is all that is born of water, and all that is born of earth, and all that is born of the mountains. He is the truth, and he is the mighty one. This is he that draweth the main breath upward, and casteth the lower breath downward, the dwarf that sitteth in the center. To him all the world gods do homage. When this encased spirit that is in the body falleth away from it, when he is free from its casing, what is there then that remaineth? This is the thing thou seekest. Man that is mortal liveth not by the breath, no, nor by the lower breath, but by something else will live, in which both these have their being. Truly, O Gautama, I will tell thee of the secret and eternal Brahman, and likewise what becometh of the soul when one dieth. For some enter a womb to the embodying of the spirit, and others follow after the immovable, according to their deeds as is their goal, and after the measure of their revealed knowledge. This that waketh in the sleepers, creating desire upon desire, this Purusha, him they call the Bright One, him Brahman, him immortality, and in him are all the worlds established. None goeth beyond him. This is the thing thou seekest. Even as one fire hath entered into the world, but it shapeth itself the forms it meeteth, so there is one spirit within all creatures, but it shapeth itself to form and form. It is likewise outside these. Even as one air hath entered into the world, but it shapeth itself to the forms it meeteth, so there is one spirit within all creatures, but it shapeth itself to form and form. It is likewise outside these. Even as the sun is the eye of all the world, all this world, yet it is not soiled by the outward blemishes of the visual, so there is one spirit within all creatures, but the sorrow of this world soils it not, for it is beyond grief and is danger. One common controlling spirit within all creatures that maketh one form into many fashions. The common strong who see him in the self as in a mirror, there is his eternal felicity, and 'tis not for others. The one eternal in many transient, the one conscious in many conscious beings, who being one ordereth the desires of many, the common strong one behold him in the self as in a mirror, there is his eternal peace, and not tease for others, and tease not for others. This is he, is all that can realize of him, the highest felicity, which none can point to, nor any define it. How shall I know of him, whether he shineth or reflecteth, one light and another? There the sun cannot shine, and the moon has no lustre, all the stars are blind. There our lightnings flash not, neither any earthly fire, for all that is bright is but the shadow of his brightness, and by his dwelling all this shineth. And also the 4 more pages. Yamasa, this is the eternal Nansawata tree, whose roots are aloft, but its branches are downward. It is he that is called the Bright One, and Brahmana immortality, and in him are all the worlds established. None goeth beyond him. This is the thing thou seekest. All this universe of motion moveth in the prana, and from this prana also it proceedeth. A mighty terror is he, yea, a thunderbolt uplifted. Who know him are the immortals. For fear of him, the fire burneth. For fear of him, the sun giveth heat. For fear of him, inundate fire and death, that hasten to their courses. If in this world of men, before thy body fall from thee, thou art able to comprehend it, then thou availest for embodiment in the worlds that are his creations. In the self one seeth God as in a mirror, but as in a dream in the world of the fathers, as in water, and as in water one seeth the surface of an object, so one seeth him in the world and of the contemplatives, but he is seen as light and shade in the heaven of the spirit. The calm soul, having comprehended the separateness of the senses, and the rising of them, and their setting, and their separateness, and their setting, and their separate emergence, putteth from him pain and sorrow. The mind is higher than the senses, and above the mind is the thought, and above the thought is the mighty spirit, and above the mighty one is the unmanifest. But highest above the unmanifest is the Purusha, who pervadeth all, and alone hath no sign nor feature. Mortal man, knowing him, is released into immortality. He hath not set his body within the ken of seeing, neither doth any man with the eye behold him, but to the heart and mind and the supermind he is manifest. Who know him are the immortals. When the 5 senses cease and are at rest, and the mind resteth with them, and the thought ceaseth from its workings, that is the highest state, say thinkers. The state unperturbed, when the senses are imprisoned in the mind, of this they say it is yoga. Then man becomes very vigilant, for yoga is the breath of things and their ending. Birth of things and their ending. Not with the mind hath man the power to see God, no, nor by speech, nor with the eye. Unless one saith he is, how can one become sensible to him, of him? One must apprehend him in the concept he is, and also in his eternal principle. For when he hath grasped him as he is, then the essential of him draweth upon a man. When every desire that harboureth in the heart of a man hath been loosened from its moorings, and this mortal putteth on immortality, even here he enjoyeth Brahman in this human body. When all the strings of the heart are rent asunder, even here in this human birth, then the mortal becometh immortal. This is the whole teaching of the scriptures. 101 are the nerves of the heart, and of all these only one issueth out through the head of a man. By this the soul mounteth up to its immortal home, but the rest lead him to all sorts of and conditions of births in his passing. The Purusha, the spirit within, who is no larger than the finger of a man, is seated forever in the heart of creatures. One must separate him with patience from one's own body, as one separates from a blade of kusha grass. One must separate him from patience from one's own body, as one separates from a blade of grass its main fiber. Thou shalt know him for the bright immortal, yea, for the bright immortal. Thus did Nachiketas, with death for his teacher, when the God knowledge. He learned it likewise the whole ordinance of the yoga. Thereafter he obtained Brahman and became void of stain and void of death. So shall another be cometh, who cometh likewise to the science of the spirit. This was just kick my ass. Wow. Alright, so the next one is this is for the next time. I just have to take notes and set up for the next session. Otherwise, so this is Prashna. Is the next Prashna, not Prashna. Manan. That's Manundaka. Frog. Munundaka. Oh, it's Munundaka. Yeah, Munundaka. Sorry, not Manundaka. Munundaka. It's not a frog. Sorry about that. Alright, so should I do Munundaka Prashna? Does this book have Prashna? Alright, you know what, I'll just read this book, forget the, if this book doesn't have Prashna, or if this has it later, then I shouldn't care that much, I'm not gonna care that much. I'm trying to heal, I'm not trying to be like the most excellent scholar here, far from it. Yeah, forget this thing. It has most of it, most of it is in there, it might be in a different order, that's the only thing. Okay, so I don't even need this, I just need that. I don't even need that, I just finished it. So, right, makes things easier. Next is Munundaka Upanishads. And that's for the next time, tomorrow. Today's time, Shabbat Shalom. I'm just being crazy on Sabbath. And how many hours? I'll say safely that I took like 1 hour break today, so 2 hours and 45 minutes of studies. It's a lot. Okay. 141. Alright, so I'm gonna chant, and I'll chant really fast. I'm gonna chant super fast. I wanna finish the whole thing within 2.5 hours. Because I wanna do yoga before I go to sleep.
Or if I don't get to do yoga, that's fine with me. I'm not gonna care that much anymore. But I have to I do have to do yoga. I have to do yoga. Maybe I'll do yoga right there. That's what I'm doing. Should I eat something before I do anything? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, okay, so forget what I'm supposed to be doing. What do I want to do? I want to do yoga. Now, do I need to eat something? Because yoga takes some energy, and I don't want to get hungry while I'm doing yoga. It's embarrassing. Kind of, I don't know. So next time, Upanishad. I only did 2 things today. First thing I read is Srimad Bhagavatam, and this is Upanishad. That's how you're supposed to say it. It's not Upanishad, it's Upanishad. Upanishad. And Munanda Kopanishad. Munanda Kopanishad. And if you say it just right, you might even get liberated. That's how serious pronunciation is. Just by saying Munanda Kopanishad. Okay, thank you very much. I'm gonna chant for sure. Chant or yoga. I'll flip a coin about it or something. Or draw a castellat in King Yahusha's name. What should I do, King Yahusha? Should I do yoga or should I chant the Hare Krishna mantra? And King Yahusha says, drink up, young man. Like, what? You're younger than I am. No. I'm older than you. Okay. So, yeah, let me decide. Thank you. Namaste.